All right, guys, so pop some lights back there. Hopefully we're slowly building like an ambiance. I'm trying to figure out how much decor I want to put back there, but I do like the light. They have like a pink tinge to them. Tint sounds like a better word, and I like it. I also like, I feel like in this camera I'm slowly figuring out how to work it, and everything feels more like, I don't want to say cinematic because I'm like at no way at that level of understanding cameras, but I feel like everything looks like more real to life. Other things, channel updates. I want to do favorites. I want to do monthly favorites again. I really enjoy those videos. I feel like they're videos that are like OG videos, but they're still like fun to watch now, and like you always want to know what people are into, right? So I have that kind of settled over here. I'm gonna film like a Sephora haul / other kind of makeup I picked up, and it was all picked up at the end of December. I just haven't shared any of it with you yet because, you know, Vlogmas, etc. There are a lot of stuff, things that were going on. I also wanted to catch up on shows. I'm trying to decide if we want to go all Chinese dramas or if we want to talk about like reality TV and like other scripted shows. I think we'll do scripted shows because I'm more interested in talking about that because I've been watching so many lately. So, okay, first off, House of Ho. That one I watched like a while ago. I watched it like probably a couple weeks after it came out. So it's a Vietnamese American family. They are in Texas, super rich. I kept trying to figure out how like the first generation made their money. It's kind of vague. If anyone really knows, or if you've like done the research, let me know. I think there's like a bank involved, investments, properties, etc. And a lot of it is focused around the father having a business, him retiring, and the son taking over the business, which I fully understand. I'm in a family business. It's a very big deal to have a family business and not have any of the children like take over, or have shitty children that can't take over, or, you know, just, it's very interesting. So I believe there's the parents, like, so they'd be the grandparents, the generation that the show is more focused on. And I believe there's 2 brothers and a sister. As far as like the main family we're focusing on, and then there's like the grandkids, which are like neither here nor there. They're like not like a huge focus of the show, but I really liked it. I related to a lot of the things that they shared, a lot of the values that they would talk about. Being Asian American is not super the focus because it's just like, it's more like focused around like family drama, I guess. I liked it. So, and it was funny. I'm just having a hard time like being super excited about it because I watched it longer, like a longer time. I watched it earlier than I watched these other shows I'm gonna share with you. Okay, Bling Empire, Netflix. You have to watch it, you have to watch it, you have to watch it. I just watch all Asian things that are on TV because I need that view. I need them to get my view. I might watch it multiple times. Like I wouldn't watch it, but I'll have it play in the background. Like I need networks to know that I want more content with Asian people in it, right? I mean, if you're a person of color, you do this, right? Like, you know, I try to watch all things because I want them to know that I want more, right? Okay, I got really excited about that. Where was I? Bling Empire. If you haven't watched it, you need to go watch it. All of these shows I'm gonna link below. Anyway, so it's Chinese Americans, Vietnamese, the guy who's Singapore, I don't know technically what his like makeup is, but Asian Americans in LA, money. It focuses on this like group of people. I think some of the people probably knew each other before, and then others, I think the one guy who is from somewhere on the East Coast, anyway, his name is Kevin, and he is Korean adopted by white people. And the first thing I noticed when I was watching him is that he has more like white people, I don't want to say white people vibes. Okay, let me just start fresh. What I mean is Asians, Asian Americans, I feel like, especially if you have parents who are of that immigrant generation, the values are still really present when you're growing up, and you are guarded, you are not really that free with your feelings and emotions, expressing things that might be, you know, that the older generation wouldn't like. Just the values are very, very present, right? So you can be more guarded, you don't really share negative things, etc. So, and you like always put your best foot forward, your best face forward, like you save face, right? But with him, I think because of the dynamic in which, or the environment in which he was raised, you know, just like probably a very loving white family. Very like huggy and kissy and stuff like that. He's so much more free, and he is like not really afraid to it's not even like there's no fear. That's probably more so what it is. He just says what he's thinking. He's very okay with being like, oh, I don't understand something, or like, you know, like just free, open, not guarded, and it's just very interesting to watch. He's also super hot, so there you can also enjoy that. And Anna is like, I guess you would consider her the matriarch of the show. She is Russian Japanese. It's a very interesting mix. So she, I think, is probably the wealthiest out of everyone. She's also the oldest character or cast member on the show. She is so cool. Like, I want to be like her. She's just so above everything. She's so above everything without it being condescending. It is a very fine line. It's like a beautiful, like, tightrope walk that she does, but it's very graceful. I really love it. I love Anna. I love Anna, Kevin, the hot guy, model guy, but also just because he's also so pure, guys. He's such a nice person. And I think that's really it. As far as characters I really love. Everyone else I'm kind of like, they're fine. They're entertaining, you know? Okay, so those are the two. Okay, so piggybacking off of that, let's talk about the Chinese housewife on the Dallas Housewives. Dallas Housewives is not really something that I had watched. Like, I knew the show was there. I just never watched it because you know when you're like, I'm not gonna watch something that's gonna upset me, because I just assumed that maybe some of the women on there would be too conservative, or their values would like fucking piss me off, right? So I never really watched the show, and I was probably going through a phase of like, I really want to watch reality TV, and I've already caught up on all the episodes and seasons of other shows. So I started watching the Dallas Housewives, and whoa, if you watch that one, the first 2 seasons with Leanne, she is like that's like not okay. Like, I don't care how damaged you are growing up, or how horrible your childhood was. It was bad for sure, but the way she behaves towards other people, and just the way, I don't know, if you guys watch it, you know, she's clearly there's like she wants to make it seem like racist tendencies will come out when she's drunk or whatever, but it's just like, you're just like overall like not really a nice person. I don't think, like, I don't know if you have like empathy or like anything, whatever. So anyway, she's not on there anymore, and so the past couple seasons, more recent seasons, have been like calmer and just like more entertaining to watch. You're not like thinking you're going to be traumatized by her words or her actions. So Chinese housewife this season, she's very accomplished. She's straight from China, and I feel like, okay, first of all, I don't like her voice, so that's like hard for me to like disconnect that from her. I'm very like particular about voices. I don't know if you guys are like this. If I like watch YouTube, if I like your voice and I like your content, win-win. If I like your content and I don't like your voice, then I am in a pickle. Yeah, because I just like, I want to hear your opinion on this, but I don't want to actually hear it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not nice. But so like there's certain people where like you can watch them during the day, but there's also like, I watch a lot of YouTube at night to like help me fall asleep. So like I have to pick and choose who I'm watching at night, because there's certain people who have very calming voices, and like to a point of like monotone, and I think that is like the most relaxing, calming, comforting type voices for pre-sleep. Anyway, where was I? I feel like I'm going on a lot of tangents. Anyway, yes, the Dallas housewife. I do like that she's trying to like, I am Chinese, I am Asian, hear me roar type thing. I like it. But at the same time, I feel like she was brought onto the show to be like Asian. You know what I mean? To be Chinese or whatever it is that their goal was. Make the cast more diverse. Which is fine, but I feel like there's like a lot of pressure on her, as well as the interaction between her and just like, you know, all these white women. I'm sure it can be difficult. So you just get the feeling that she's always going to be like included and invited, but she's never gonna be like actually part of the group. I know it's like hard to explain. It's like a feeling when I'm watching. Do you know what I mean? If you've watched, let me know if you get that. So I feel like she's like in a more difficult position because of that. Whereas like Bling Empire, House of Ho, like being Asian, while it is almost like the premise of the show, they don't really have to talk about it. Do you know what I mean? Like outside of their like interviews with the producers, the one-on-ones, they're not sitting there talking about being Asian. You know what I mean? Like it's just not like a huge thing. So I don't know. I really love it. I really love Bling Empire. Is there more reality TV we want to talk about? Or should we continue with the Asian stuff? Warrior. Okay, so I mentioned this, I don't know how many weeks ago. Love that show. There's 2 seasons. I think it's originally a Cinemax show and it is now on HBO. Is it HBO? Yes. So the premise is that they are in San Francisco, I believe, in Chinatown. It was when they were bringing Chinese immigrants over to do railroads, mining, gold mining, just labor. Basically, Chinese was labor on the West Coast at that time. And you know, I learned about this in grade school. Like, there's probably like a chapter on it. And I knew about the racism that existed and all the things that kind of happened. But that's like really it. That's all you really get. As far as like what I remember from like an education standpoint, that's all I got. So where I learned more about it is from watching movies and TVs. Any kind of show or movie that focused on either that time period in the US or when the Japanese occupied China. Those 2 backdrops as stories are always hard for me to watch because it's just like, you're like, oh, my people, you know what I mean? So this one is about a guy who comes to the US to look for his sister. The unique thing about them is that their grandfather, I believe, was American. So they grew up speaking English because they lived on a farm with him. So it changes like the dynamic for them as far as their interactions with the other characters go. So he comes to America, he comes over, finds her, realizes she has like worked her way up into like quite high up in like a gang in Chinatown. And then he ends up with the opposing gang. And it's just very interesting to watch. It's an excellent show if you are into like that kind of thing, or you're into martial arts. There's really good martial arts. There's really good cinematography. It's very gritty. Like a lot of it's very dark. And some of the acting, there's like a few characters where I'm just like super annoyed. And it's not, you know how like sometimes the acting is so good and you're supposed to be annoyed with the character and that's why they're so good. It was a combination. Like I thought their acting was annoying, but I also found their characters annoying. Does that make sense? So I just love the way they introduced characters. Not only do you get like a very full picture of the racism that existed towards the Chinese during this time, you also get like little snippets of Black Americans. Well, they weren't citizens, so it wasn't really like Black Americans, but like Africans that have been brought over. There's the Mexican experience thrown in there. It's just the way they introduce characters is very seamless, and I really loved it because I feel like there was a huge cast, and to have that many characters and have the characters have focus was done really well. I really loved it. As far as the martial arts goes, it's, you know, guys, I love, if there's like no fighting in certain kinds of shows, I'm like, oh boy. Anyway, choreography is excellent. The main male lead is like a martial arts champion, and I love when this is what they do. So like, it's realistic, and a lot of the scenes are quite graphic. Like there's like violent type fighting in shows or movies, but this is like, it could be a bit gory, right? But like, you know, I don't mind. I'm like a blood violence kind of person. Like, that sounds off. Like, I like watching it. So I like physical fighting. I don't like guns and war and like horses charging at each other. I like combat. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. It's just done really well. Even the other guy, the main fighter in the opposing gang, he is also like an actual martial artist who has won championships, etc. So it's just so good as far as the fighting goes and the storyline. I will give them like maybe an A- for some of like the acting, but overall, like it's like a 10 out of 10 show. It's so good. So if you have access to HBO, I would highly recommend it. I've talked for like 15 minutes, guys. Okay. Bridgerton, I watched it. I mean, I liked it. That dude, Yes, yes. But it was just like a fun show. I'm not like obsessed with it. I know there's like a lot of hype and a lot of love surrounding it, and I understand it, but like there's just other things that are in my headspace where I'm like, yeah, it's good, but. So when I was talking to my brother about it, he was like, it feels like an R-rated Disney movie. And I thought that was like such an excellent way to describe it, because the whole thing is just like, are they gonna fuck or not, right? And you know they are, come on, like they're just at some point, right? But it was just funny the way he described it. So if you would like to watch an R-rated Disney film or show or whatever, you can go watch it. I mean, it's like also very tongue-in-cheek. It's like very fun. Oh, okay. So I've never been on the 90 Day Fiance train. I don't know why. Just, I like kind of more scripted drama reality, only because like things like 90 Day Fiancés feel a little more real. I mean, they still have producers like kind of handling all the cast members, but I'm like, I don't want to watch real people with real problems. I just am not interested. I'm a real person with real problems. Like I don't want to see that kind of thing, right? But my friend at work started watching it, and she was making it sound so good. I was like, okay, I'm gonna start watching it. So of course it's the season with like Big Ed and that girl from the Philippines, and the one that was like the memes, and it was all over like Instagram and social media, and I'm hooked, guys. I'm like so hooked. I finished the season, and I'm now watching that like the tell-all, like the reunion type thing that they're all doing kind of on Zoom. And then there's like another season of like, I don't know if it's just like unshown footage or what, but if you guys have watched anything 90 Day Fiance, because I feel like there's a lot of like diffusion shows from it, let me know which seasons are good, or like which of like the shows are the best, because this is the 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days, right? So anyway, I just want to throw that out there. I'm fully enjoying that. Okay, so now we've officially talked for almost 20 minutes. Hopefully we can like trim this down to something that is like watchable. I honestly would totally just do entire like videos on like shows. Like I could easily do that. And I know there are. I feel like because I'm so into Chinese dramas now, I feel like there's like channels that just talk about Chinese dramas, and I'm like super into it. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna show you guys a whole bunch of other stuff, food clips, etc., and then we'll come back and talk about some of the skincare I've been trying out, and yeah, stuff like that. Okay, so I've wanted buttered noodles for a while. I mean, I want buttered noodles all the time, but I haven't made it in a while. So we have this Trader Joe's organic pasta vegetable radiatori. I did a really simple one today, so obviously butter, and then I did like a Maggi sauce and black pepper, and I've already tasted. It's like super delicious. Okay, another day, another malai kefta. This is a new place I'm ordering from. This is probably the 5th place I've tried, but look at how much rice came with this. I didn't know if it came with rice or naan, so I just put in an order for naan, but I don't know, I'm excited. This color is definitely different from what I'm used to. Theirs on the menu said that they do the deep fried version, and then they put it in a gravy. So let's see. I'm also used to it being like way more like orangey red, so look at this rice. Like I could like make some fried rice after this. Like this is exciting. Okay, so I'm having this food and it's really good. Let me show you their naan. I don't know if this is gonna translate on camera, but this naan is beautiful. It tastes really good. It's a flatbread obviously, but it's still like, it's puffy. Oh, it is very nice. Highly approved. I'm really glad I picked it up. This, I like kefta. I have it like one of the balls opened up for you. It's not the best one, but I like it. As in like I would order this again. But now I'm curious to try like maybe their saag paneer, or they have like a vegetable biryani that I might try. And then, yeah, we're just kind of digging through this. All right, so we're back to talk about skincare things. I just wanted to mention, I'm testing out this kit. It's a Sunday Riley kit, and it comes in this like cute case. It's not available yet. It's available for pre-order. I believe it's $230 worth of product for $99. And I have a code that gives you $10 off. And there's five items, I think. So if you already are into Sunday Riley and you know that you like it, then you can just buy the kit. It's like so good. But anyway, like so good as in like the price. So what you get in it is a half size of the Good Genes, a half size of the C.E.O. Brightening Serum. This I haven't tried out before, so I'm testing this out. The Good Genes, I mean, I know I like, we all like this. It's very nice and it works. The Autocorrect Eye Contour Cream, this is new to me. I've been testing this out. I really love this. And it's a full size in this kit. Then there's the Ice Ceramide Moisturizing Cream. This is also new to me and I've been testing this out. The Luna Oil, we know this is good, right? Like if this doesn't agree with your skin, it's probably that maybe like your skin doesn't like a certain kind of oil. But overall, Sunday Riley stuff is quite gentle on the skin. So if you are interested in this, I will link it below. It also comes with a like headband, which I haven't tested out yet. It comes in this like case. So the case is actually really beautiful. I'm just like not into pink like that. But so they said $230 value. I did my own math and it's probably $225, but I didn't include the headband or this, so then it kind of evens out, yeah? So in next week, at some point, I'll do a more full-on review of all the items because 3 of the items I've tried out before, so I could give you full reviews. There's like a couple there where I want to test out because I've never tried them before. So if you want to pre-order, it is available now, and then it goes live February 2nd, and you can just like order. Anyway, okay, next is the Kogendo Cleansing Spa Water. I know we're doing a low buy this month, but I was running dangerously low on this, so I had to grab this, and I should have prepared better and should have grabbed it in December. But anyways, I used my own code and got 25% off, so it wasn't that bad. But this stuff is so expensive, guys, but it is so good. When I don't have it in like my skincare like area, I start like thinking I have to use other things, and I just don't like that feeling. I know it's like kind of weird. Okay, guac part 2. We have the black pepper and the Hawaiian seasoning again. This time we're using the tomato pico, 3 avocados, already seasoned this. Finished. The hint of spicy queso tostitos. Like, I know I shared this last week, but so good. These chips by themselves are just, because I feel like queso is a hard flavor to do. It ends up tasting like cheese or not queso, and this still has kind of like that creamy taste to it. I know it's hard to do like taste and texture, but it still has like a creamy taste to it. Okay, so we had a $20 gift card. So I got my favorite meal. So we paid $16 for this. We have our coconut shrimp, 36 pieces. I did mashed potatoes and baked potatoes. And then I think there's all kinds of condiments in there. And cheddar bay biscuits. And this, most important, is the coconut pina colada sauce. Ugh. I'm sure there's like alternate, like what do you call it? Like DIY recipes online, but this stuff is so good. Okay, so as far as the channel goes, guys, I want to continue doing vlogs every week and then have just another video. I don't know when it's gonna go up unless you guys have a preference, because I always see people on YouTube, like people who do YouTube videos, they'll do polls as to like when their audience wants to see videos. And I don't know, I feel like it's good to have one video at least that like is always consistent, so there's like that expectation. But I'm kind of like at a loss as to like what things I want to film or when I want to put them up and that kind of thing. So for now, I'm thinking vlogs Friday or Saturday will go up, and then there will just be another video during the week. Maybe it's favorites, maybe it's kind of just like the other things that I might want to talk about, you know what I mean? So anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I am doing better than December, and I will see you guys in the next video.